today's project. Time to work on this. I'm making all kinds of noise here on the floor, stepping on stuff. So this, if you haven't looked, comes out. Got a deep shelf in it. It's great. Made a lot of noise up there vibrating. But I think I'm going to make this a storage area. I am a little worried about these leaking because that one has leaked, but I went outside. I think I fixed all that from outside anyways, but I've got to make those accessible, obviously, at some point. And I am going to insulate this, so I got to start with the shelf first. And this doesn't quite fit up there now, but that's fine. It'll still be usable as a template, and I'll just scribe and trim my way back. So I'm going to take this out, flip it upside down, put it on my insulation board, 1-inch XPS rigid, and trace this out, cut it, and see how it fits. Hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, I just did one side just to see how that fit, because I think that'll get me where I'm going, and then I'll know for sure. See, I'm glad I only did one side. I think I would have cut way too much off of this side. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to just try a couple of inches and run it straight. Huh. So if you got a unicell and you're doing this, you're trying to get down as low as possible. I thought I'd clear those lights up front there, but I don't. I realized that I don't. And so I can't get this to go any forward because I can't get that to go down, even though this probably on camera looks level, it's actually sloping down. By the way, when I did first cut this off the template, I allowed 3 inches, and all I did was trim this thing and just started fitting it in. Boy, am I glad I allowed the 3 inches, because I've only got ½ an inch left to spare here on this straight edge. So I think once I lower that, I am going to be perfect. Maybe I should have done 4 inches and given myself a little extra room and had to trim off the straight edge later, but I might just get lucky with this. I am going to snug this over to the right a little bit more. I don't think it really matters. I think once I cut out for those lights up there, which I don't know if you can see them, they're marker lights. They come factory. But when you put the shell on, they replace them with these. Those stay there. So that's where I want it. Now I got to mark those. And as always, I'm too short. So let's see what I can do here. All right. This will be fun. We'll cut that out, see how it goes. Let's see how I did. Really had to open these up I really had to go to town on these a little bit more than I thought. What I'm finding, as I've been in and out a couple of times, spared you guys all that. I have 2 more outside lights, and they are riding high. And I don't know if I'm going to cut into those or not, because you know what? I'm pretty close, and it feels like right here, I'm actually on the roof already. And that bothers me, which means I might have cut this too short, because if I take this and I look at it, you know, my front is tilting down too much. So I'm good. I'm actually flush out to there. I can't really tell over here. But I feel pretty good. It's a pretty close fit. I want it snug. I think I'm going to trim a little bit more off this left side. That's just... Okay, a couple more cuts. Okay, let's see how we did. No. Could be my last cuts. I could be out for another one. Oh, I feel pretty good. Oh. I think I'm going to do that light bulb. That one bulb before I do anything else. There's a lot of scribing. All right. Making a hell of a mess out there, I'll tell you. This stuff sheds. Get all kinds of little balls running everywhere, flying around. What's fun is it slopes away, so I'm cutting it at that angle, at that same slope, so that I get a nice kind of tight fit. I'm hoping maybe I can cock that edge when I go to pop the whole thing in, and it'll adhere to this as well. Cold tension obviously is what the last thing I want is to have this up here moving, making noise and rubbing on the roof, and having to hear it while I drive. So that would be annoying. But overall, I'm pretty happy because, I mean, if I really think about this, I'm going to pick up, 20 inches of storage space up here, and that goes in, roughly 2 foot to there. I'm up 4 inches up off. It's tough because it slopes. You don't have a lot, but a pretty big area still. Great place to probably stuff, quilts, pillows, things like that, linens, towels, because it'll just add to the insulation in that area. Don't have to worry about it. It's light. It's over the cab. Obviously not going to put anything heavy up here. So who knows? I actually had footage earlier. I think I lost it. I actually was toying with, and I still am, if I do this, build a wall here, put a good sized cubby, I could build drawers that slide in and out so that I can get to the stuff in the corner here from the center by just reaching over, pulling the drawer out, and then it's accessible. Slide it back, pull the other side out. That's an idea. But all right, I'm going to trim a little bit more off the front. I'd love that to pop up and not be under so much tension curling. And let's do that. All right. It's pretty close. I think that'll do it. So 1/2 inch piece of plywood on top of this, glue it together, screw that to this, let that front float or cock it in around there and seal that. Probably not a bad way to go. Well, let's see. I'll do the next step. Plywood. Okay, so I got it fitted in. Kind of close. I'm going to end up putting, I think, a trim piece all the way around the front to, really get a good seal. That'll let me I can adjust that later. I think this will press down with weight. Once I screw it down, I think that kind of holds it. But again, it's got a little bit of a curve to it still, which I'm not really happy with. So, all right, I don't know what we'll get with this next project, and we'll just put a few of these together for you. And I don't know what the next one will be that you'll see. So stay tuned. Here it comes. All right. So back at it next day, and got these two glued together. Found a little secret playing with this. Threw a little piece up front there, gave myself some spacing, and lo and behold, it came out perfect. Hey, I got to screw it down. It gets a little tension on it, which is what I want. And I probably got a little bit of a catch up here. I might just trim the wood a little bit more. Just take that little curve out right there that I see. But it's a nice little tight fit. So that's what it's going to look like. And I think that's going to work good. I'm going to trim it out with something so that nothing gets stuck, lost down in there, nothing small and whatever. I got to figure out what I'm going to trim it out with. But there you go. That's this project for today, yesterday and today. And I like it. This is just what I'm looking to do. It's going to come out good. Once that's screwed down, we'll be in pretty good shape. And then I get to build this wall. I think today I'll probably glue some insulation up there. That'll be the next thing I do. Actually, that's going to probably come right down, right to there. So there you go. We'll see that soon. There, that's what I wanted though. I got my shelf in. Let me grab a tape measure. All right. I know I have a cabinet coming out to right about here, just short of this door, and it's going to go all the way up there. So if I do an opening here, and I open that up, I cannot really reach back there, and likewise I can't reach all the way there. Nor can I reach all the way up there. It's just I'm short. So I think what we need to do is have some kind of opening here. It doesn't need to be that big. If I just do at least this would be proportional with that opening, would make sense. So aesthetically, they'll be the same size. Yeah, I think I can just go off of that. And if I look at that, that's about 26 inches. If I took this and divided it into thirds, that's 75 inches, right? 76, so that's about 25 inches. I'll give it a little bit bigger. So I think that works. I do a 26-inch opening. I need pencil. All right, I think I've got my layout. Ended up with about just under 25-inch opening here, but I really just drew my shelves out on each side. And I think I'm going to go 22 inches long, maybe 20 inches deep. Gives me plenty. And I think since they're going to be sliding shelves, I'm just going to go an inch, somewhere between an inch, 2 inch high for that, because they're going to slide out, and I'm just going to put tubs, you know, some kind of waterproof tub that, you know, whatever height I can fit in here. So that if this ever did leak, nothing's going to get wet. This is going to get painted, waterproofed and stuff. So trim it all out. So if anything does leak in here, it'll just be in here. It'll be in the drawer. There'll be a tub, and I'll line it so it doesn't slide around, or fix it so they don't slide around and make a lot of noise. But I think that's the way to go. And then I'll just, you know, pull a drawer out, pull a tub out, since it's too high for me to see inside of anyways. And then I can just set it right here and pull out what I need and put it back and close it. Boom. So that's it. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to actually mount some cleats on here. All right, a little insulation. I think I have one little spot I need to trim because it's touching this pipe, which will cause a squeak. And you know how that'll annoy me, right? But boy, this adhesive, I just put this up here. It is not letting go. Wicked strong stuff. It's the same stuff I use. I gotta tell you, I gotta show you what I used. I'm Loctite PL Max. I gotta tell you, oops, got a gob there. I'm impressed. That stuff just seems to adhere quickly, and that's perfect for this little piece. I think I may do another little piece up here and around the lights. I leave myself room to come in and work on these lights. I'm not going to go crazy all the way down there. Again, I'm building a wall here, 1 inch insulation all the way up, and an insulated door here. So it's going to be generally a colder area, I'm sure, but it's just to help a little bit. You know, that's going to get, like I said, some foam down in there along the edge, along those sides. I think that's just going to get kind of a spray foam treatment back there. You won't see it. So there you go. I'm pretty happy. This came out pretty good. We're heading the right direction with it. I'm really excited to get going on the framing and the rest of this though. But yeah, this wall's got to be built as well and insulated, but it was kind of just, I moved it ahead of the schedule because my door got delayed. So it's okay. That's where we're at. Pretty happy. I'll keep you posted. Cheers. And don't forget, join me on Van on the Run. Hit subscribe down below. Hit the like button if you want. I don't know if you learned anything from this, maybe not. So maybe you don't want to hit the like button. I don't know. But yeah, Van on the Run, man. Here we go. I'm on the run. One more step done, a little one. Got my drawers or shelves, or the sliding shelves built. I did just build them out of strapping and scrap material. It's kind of a garage storage area anyway, so nothing fancy needed to be in here. The wall is going to be done fancy and nice. The interior is going to be high tech, high end, but this just didn't need to be. So it works. I'll be able to take this and, like I said, pull them out, access my stuff that's going to be in waterproof tubs, and throw it back out of the way. So there you go. That's it. Onto the wall. Thanks.